have just arrived at this absolutely gorgeous Harvest Host stop, and I am about to show you the beauty of the F-150 Hybrid PowerBoost. So this truck has a 7.2 kilowatt generator in it, which means that I can power my travel trailer completely from my truck for my stay. So I will have air conditioning and all of my electricity from my truck. So I'm going to show people how this works. The Pro Power Onboard, you can monitor the usage of the generator through the info system, and I'll show you that in just a minute. You used to be able to do it through the Ford Pass app, and Ford, if you are watching this and listening, bring that back. I don't know why you took away all the best parts of that app. I miss the generator usage and the zone lighting controls. The onboard generator system is separated from the rest of the electrical system in this truck, so that's an extra layer of safety as far as I'm concerned, so that if you did run into some power problems, the truck is still drivable even if the onboard generator power system is not working. So the PowerBoost system is using the high voltage hybrid battery to supply power to those onboard outlets. When the hybrid battery's state of charge drops below a certain threshold, which I think they have set to 40 to 60%, that's when the truck engine automatically starts and runs, I think about 1200 RPMs to recharge the battery. And then once the battery's recharged back up to whatever the acceptable level is, the engine shuts itself back off. It's very quiet. I mean, this truck is quiet when it's running. You can't hear it. It doesn't sound like a regular engine. So I'm going to let you see what that sounds like as well. So the other thing I did want to check is we're going to see how much gas this uses overnight, just to give you an idea of how efficient this system actually is. So we are going to check what miles to empty is before I get out of the truck right now, and then we're going to try to remember to check that in the morning. Okay, real quick before we get this set up, I have the 7.2 kilowatt set up on this. There's also a 2.4 option, but the 7.2 gives me 4 20-volt plugs in the back, and then also a 240 volt plug, which I could use a splitter and power 2 30-amp trailers off of. I'm only powering mine tonight. Let's get started. So what we want to do when you get in the truck is you are going to push the pedal, the brake pedal, and then this here till it turns green, and we should see a message pop up on our infotainment system. I did not see that. All right, let's try that again. So it's brake, and then we hold this. There we go, low power mode on. So we want to turn the low power mode on, and then we choose features and Pro Power Onboard. And now this is our generator here, Pro Power Onboard. I'm going to choose generator mode. And here we can see that I have my A and my B generators here. Both have 3,600 watts. I am not using any power right now. All right, so now that we have this set up in here, we are gonna go back to the bed of the truck and get that set up. Ah, did you hear that? The truck just turned on. I'm gonna go outside so you can see how quiet that is. So that's the truck running. It's not super loud, just sounds like a truck. All right, so we're gonna go back here to the bed of the camper, and I'll show you where the, sorry, I can't open this all the way. This is where the outlets are. So here are my, gosh, I can't reach this very well. These are my 20 volts here, and then this is the 240 here. And let's get this plugged in. Okay, so since this is a 2 volt 240 volt generator plug. You need an adapter to plug in the 30 amp 120 volt trailer plug. I use this one that I got on Amazon. It's got the 4-prong on the back that goes to the 30 amp. I'll link it below. Okay, so what I do is I plug this into the truck. Oh, I didn't mention, you need to push this this green, they say blue, it's a green button. You push this powers the system on. Then there's a little LED light here that tells you that the system is on. So then I plug this in here, and then I've got my trailer, 30 amp. Now, there is theoretically no need to use a surge protector. They say it's a very safe, clean power, but I figure I already have the surge protector and I might as well, because I'd rather be safe than destroy my trailer's electrical system. So then once you've got this set up, you just plug your trailer in here. This a little bit. Okay, and now my trailer's plugged in. So we'll go inside and we will turn on the air conditioning and the microwave and all the things, and then we can come out and check and see how much power on the generator we're using. Okay, so I've got my lights on. I'm going to turn my air conditioning on. Got the air conditioning is on. All right, I'm going to turn my microwave on. Let's set it for like 6 minutes so I don't have to run. All right, so we've got AC on full blast. We've got the lights on. I've got my microwave running. Hi, guys. You can hear the truck turned itself back on. And let's go check and see here now. And I am using 2,910 watts. So with everything in my trailer running, I'm still well under my max. So that's pretty good. Now we have, let's check, I have 248 miles to empty. All right, now the other thing they recommend is turning off all of your stuff. So you want to make sure you turn your headlights off. You want to turn your climate control system off, and then you want to turn your display off. And this is just because when the truck turns itself on and off during the nighttime, this way it doesn't bother your neighbors so much. So the only other thing I didn't mention is that you can take the key with you. So you just lock the truck with the outside keypad, then you can take the key. So the truck's not even running right now. Let's see what time it is. It is 7. Okay, it's 7:11. We'll see how long it takes the truck to turn on, and then we can see how long it runs for. It's beautiful out here. Okay, let's see where we're at on our gas. $224 miles to empty. So I did some fuel calculations here with some simple math, and best guess is that I got about 8.86 miles a gallon, which means I used about 2.71 gallons in the 15 hours that I was running the truck as a generator. That comes out to about 0.18 gallons an hour. So assuming the generator shuts off at 1/4 of a tank of gas for safety, which allows you to drive to get more gas, I could burn 22.5 gallons of fuel. So at the rate I was using it on this trip, I could have run my trailer for about 5.2 days. Now, it started out about 95 degrees, dropped down into the low 70s at night. So I've certainly camped where it's been a lot warmer. So even so, I still think I probably could have gotten at least 3 days before I would have needed to refill the truck, which is pretty amazing. I'd love to hear about your guys' experience. If anybody else is using the truck to power their trailer, drop a comment below and let me know what your average usage is and how long you've been out for. So we're going to turn the truck on so it starts cooling off for the dogs. We are going to turn off the generator because I'm going to be unplugging the trailer. We'll get the air conditioning running and get on the road here. Remember to turn my headlights back on. Get my tire pressure monitor plugged in. Yep. All right.